Okay.
All right. So what's your name again?
Arlenia.
Arlania. Where's it? Where'd you get that name from? Who gave you that?
My dad.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Daddy knew this coming. Daddy knew this coming. It's a pretty name. No, it's a pretty name. It's not common.
I know it's not. No, I've learned to love my name because I remember probably when I was like 8th grade. That's how I found out who actually named me. I remember telling her, I was like, why did you name me that old fashioned name nobody can pronounce?
Right.
And
Right.
nobody can say, because like people never get it right. They always say old lady. Only the old people.
Oh, okay.
They got it right. And so I was like, it's old fashioned.
Right.
So that's how I found out my dad's name.
Okay. So I'm going to get back to your question. You was talking about supplements. So we got to understand that word supplement. Where we actually I'm doing a live right now because a lot of people have these same questions.
Okay.
So they can probably hear your voice, but that's about it. So the supplement, that word supplement is you put in the place of something. And we've been doing that our whole life, not knowing what beings we are. Your genetics, what you are made of, which is everything on earth is in you. Everything. Right? Because of who you are, a melanated being. Everything around you is in you. So we've been supplementing the things we need to put in our body. That word supplement is not for us.
Okay.
All right. So we've been supplementing because we're frugivores, and herbivores by nature, and fructose. So that's what you need. And we've been supplementing with the dead things like meat, fake vegetables, GMO products, the pharmacy. We've been supplementing our whole life, and that's caused disease throughout our species, which creates death, which was the ultimate plan, So we have to get away from supplements. There's no reason. I don't understand anything about vitamins because vitamins don't exist. I don't get what vitamins is or protein. I don't get none of that. I don't know how anyone went to the sun and put it in a bottle. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, you got sun in a bottle. When you are the sun,
Yeah.
you have sun blood. So I don't know how they went to anybody went to the sun and came back. Okay, we can put it in this capsule, put it in a bottle, and sell it to you. No. The fact is, because you're a neuromelanation, the sun is energy for you. It's gonna, and because of what's going on in the world right now, it's gonna unlock certain cells in you, certain DNA, that's gonna cause you to shift into your natural form soon. So miseducation is the key to defeat. To win a war is miseducation. Is that's how you win a war. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we got to get away from these things that are not real, that they've put on here and made in these bright colors, which they know attract us because our original colors is blue, green, and magenta. We're colorful people. You know what I mean? So they knew what was attracting. That's why there's a color grid. That's why there's a number grid. So okay. So okay. All right. So we have to fully get away from that and find out what you are. We are not human beings. We were told we were human. You are not. You have 9 series of DNA. Human beings only have 6. You have deoxyribonucleic acid. Human beings have DNA. Your veins are green. Human beings have blue veins. Human beings were created. You were always been. You see the difference? So when we were lowered in the frequency and reduced to a human state, our conscious level dropped tremendously. And then through killing off our ancestors, killing off people that had that knowledge, they died, and knowledge dies too. So now we're resorted to be at a human state where we are eating, we're following the leader. That saying, monkey see, monkey do, that's real, because that's what we've done. Everything you clothes you wear, the songs you sing, the language you speak, everything is nothing to do, is not yours. You see what I'm saying? All the way down to religion. That is not yours. Those things that do not exist. Which they are is control mechanisms and witchcraft to keep you at low frequency, a low vibration, where you would not shift. But that time is over with. But anyway, getting back to the food thing. What you need to do.
I really appreciate that. You just like the points you're hitting on are very, because that's how I feel, especially about when we get talking about the different frequencies and things. I think that's a big thing that people need to learn about. I mean, like like you said, not learn about, but like educate them more on. And I run into when you get to talking about frequencies and how all of what we put in our body, how it links, and how stress and all these different emotions lead to disease, which is disease. So you get to talking about that. I feel like people get like you have to revert to education. I mean, breaking it down and
well, anything that's especially our people. My mama didn't tell me, my grandmama didn't tell me,
right.
and that person in that white coat, the actor in that white jacket didn't tell me that, or that preacher that worked for them also didn't tell me that. I'm not gonna believe you,
right?
Because we were taught self-hate and not to believe in each other, and that was raising the problem.
Exactly. And I mean now with like and this way, just being honest, like when I'm coming out to advocate and help people, I feel like this. I tell you, I know the internet is here. You can get on the internet and Google anything. Anything you want to find. But what I'm telling you, I'm here to help you and to help you heal and live better and live a more healthier and holistic life, to connect you back to those things. Because that's the thing about it. Herbalist and holistic living is the whole body. It ain't just,
What? I tell people all the time, I just don't educate you on what you're supposed to put in your body. I educate you on what being you are.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? The difference between species, which every species should learn themselves. You know what I mean? I just don't tell people about our species. I tell them about their own also, because they need to know. You know what I mean? I got some good friends that are human beings, and people that some of these anybody care about, and I know this UV index is very, very harmful for them. Anything over 3 starts the process of melanoma, which is the highest form of cancer. So it affects them. You know what I'm saying? So I the ones I care about or talk to daily basis, I always tell them. I do a UV index check. I was blessed with one for a gift, and which is I'm humbled and appreciative of. And so I use that and do the checks. Yesterday, it was at 15. So you do the math on that. That's a long ways from 3.
Right. Yeah.
So this is why the human beings are walking around with headaches, migraines, liver conditions right now. The kids, even the kids, the young kids with liver conditions and the headache, they're getting migraines. You know what I mean? And because of not educated or not knowing what's going on, because these elite people are not telling them. They know. They know what's transpiring in the world right now. What's going on? Who's here? And their time is up for ruling, and they know all this, but they're not telling the citizens. You know what I mean? So they're letting their people suffer. but they already sold them out in 1950s. So whatever, I guess. But so I try to enlighten everybody.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. Too, yeah, just that knowledge, just to drop it, because I totally agree with it. And like I said, for me, I think it's because I grew up. I'm from Mississippi, so
What? That's where my people from, West Point.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, we're from Lexington, Holmes County.
Okay.
Yeah, so my grandmother, like I said, as kids, we never went to no doctor. Like, my grandma made everything. And so I feel like that's where my part comes in, because I grew up with, seeing it. Like, we used to say, that's why I tell people, my dad, he used to, oh my God, as a kid, he used to give us so much, like, castor oil. So, like, we never got sick. But stuff was made different back then, too, So,
Well, so my herbs that I get, I don't get them from, I can't deal with this soil because of the fake snow, the fake clouds that got liquid crystals in them that produce these rains and chemicals that drop down to the soil and the earth.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're planting food here, we're planting vegetation, we're planting fruits and stuff, and they're contaminated. You know what I mean? Like they tell you to drink H2O. H2O is not your water. H2O is not water that you should consume. It has no movable molecules in it to move anything around in your body to get rid of it. It's air. All right. So what they did was they brainwashed you to believing this is the water you drink, because this is the water you use to put fluoride and deuterium in it. Fluoride decalcifies your pineal gland, right? So you can't see nothing. You just walking around as a sheep. And then deuterium stops you from speaking things into existence and manifesting. That's what deuterium does.
Okay.
All right. So your water is H3O2. It comes from what them pictures that picture you showed. Pineapples, cucumbers, melons, not strawberries. Strawberries, I'm sorry, but they're not real. Bananas are not real. If you want real bananas, then you plantain. Broccoli, cabbage, Brussels sprouts. What was that? They call it baby cabbage. Brussels sprouts. There's a lot of things that they're not real, and you're not getting anything from them. They took one vegetable and they split it and split it and split it and made all these other things. So you keep watering things down. There's nothing in it. It's just for It's just for It's just for marketing. It's just. Well, if you go to the gas pump and pump gas, you don't even smell gas, do you?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's another story. Right? We'll get into that another day. But we got to stick with the food. We got to stick with what's your real food. We need to stop, as melanated beings, we need to stop putting dead things in our body because we're electric. We once illuminated, which we're going to go back to. But we're electric beings. And you need electric foods. Dr. Sebi taught that very well. You know what I mean? All respect to him, because he went through the miles of trials and tribulations for us. You know what I mean? So and I'm grateful. You know what I mean? Gratitude for that. So we need to get back to nature, which they took you out of nature. They got you putting clothes on, cover your feet up. Huh? But listen, they took you out of nature because the sun loves you. Right? Why do I need to cover up from the sun? I don't need to cover up from the sun. But if you cover up from the sun, you will stay low in frequency. Your vibration will be low. And then therefore your consciousness will not rise. first of all, for a lot of people know me as being a different person. You know what I'm saying right now, like the partier, the biker. That was me. But they don't know. A lot of them do. Don't get me wrong. So a lot of them still, I call my brothers. They know what I'm doing right now. And honestly, my mind, my conscious level rose very quickly. And it was due to me changing what I put in my body. That's what started it. Because when I changed what I ate, it allowed my body to break down and reconstruct and rebuild. So therefore, my brain started draining. So then I was able to receive information.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And not from a book. This is what's amazing about this. You already know everything.
Mm-hmm.
You already know everything there is to know about everything. Where we messed up and we went to school. We were indoctrinated. Everything is in you already. The mathematics, this is the dumbest mathematics that's given. And we gave it to them. And we're using it. You already know everything about whatever it is on this universe, even in the multiverse. You already know it. But because our minds are so full of toxins and disease, our body's full of disease and toxins and mucus, comes from which is majority of people walking around as acidic. And when you have acidosis, that's what starts the process of disease. You have to flush your body from all that acid. And you can't do it by putting dead things in your body and expect it to work. That's why you're tired. This is why you go along with foolishness. This is why we get, they created self-hate.
Mm-hmm.
This is everything that you got that's going on around you negative is due to how you feel. Because if you don't feel good, you won't think right. You won't think positive. We weren't taught that. We were taught to sit and complain for hours instead of saying, you know what, I'm going to think of a way out of this. I'm going to think of a better way for hours instead of a negative. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It takes more. You're giving up your energy to entities that you can't even see through negative energy.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like if you stay in a negative or low vibration, I mean, and to be honest, I think people, you can tell, like, that's the thing, we are naturally built to pick up on things, like, you know, because that's your instinct kicking in.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if I'm just speaking for myself, but like, if I'm in a place, you know, that I feel like that's going to be negative to me, I can feel that, and I can't even, I can't give it my energy. You know, even if it's a conversation or something like that, I have learned I just can't give my energy, and I don't think twice about it. Like, you know, I walk away or something like that, or I just would shut it down. But, you know, everybody's not at that point. So I think about, you know, trying to help, well, like you said, educate and help people get there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a process. Ultimately, you have to do yourself. Like, you have to put in the work. And I feel like that's a lot of times, you know, people want help. They literally do because they want it. But then it's the dedication and the commitment that they don't want to follow through with.
You know what? I don't think it necessarily has to do with that so much. It's about they're lower in frequency, which is all the negative things like insecurities, fear. So you know, let's deal with the main root of everything: fear.
Right.
Fear that I won't fit in. fear that I'm gonna lose people around me because I'm gonna act different. Fear, all those are fear. I don't care about that. Because
Right, that's what I'm saying.
first of all, your own, you are the creator of your own reality. So we've been walking in somebody else's reality forever. They gave you a reality, and if they give it to you, they have the rules to it, and the rules are you're not going to prosper in my reality. You're just going to play a part, and the part is this is what I need you to do, and that's what you're going to do. This is where you're going to live. This is what you're going to eat, and this is when you're going to die. That is the reality that they have given you. Instead of realizing you can't die. You cannot die. You're genetic. You cannot die. They can't kill energy. See, we've been taught that death exists. It does not. Neither does time. Not for us. Not for us. But this is going to be shown, and this is already shown. I'm going to sing you something. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. I'm going to get you in tune, though, because you're already there. You're already there. You know what I mean? You just need a couple more windows wiped off so you can see in them and say, oh, okay. You know? So whatever issues you got are going through as far as mentally. Like I created a tonic for women. It's called Climetric. Because I was so tired, and I was one of these people. I'm not excluding myself from anything. That is, you know what? Standing your truth. That's elevation. That's raising the frequency in yourself and in others. Therefore, you're raising the frequency of the planet. Where this situation will be speeding up and getting done with, so we can get back to what we were supposed to be doing. All right? So I was one of them people. Women are crazy. Man, see, they're crazy. They're not crazy. Not crazy at all. I'm gonna tell you what's wrong. What the problem is. First of all, the intake or whatever they put in their body. Two, women have a lot more hormones than men do. Right? Women, especially the so-called black women, right? Which is the creator, black dark matter energy, which is the creator of all things, right? So, they have way more hormones than men do. That means you have to have a more intake of these minerals than we do per day. You're not getting them. You're not getting these minerals that you need to balance you out, to make you as the powerful being that you are. But they have to keep you dumbed down. You see what I'm saying? Okay, because if you're dumbed down and you're miserable, then you're angry. You got an attitude every 10 minutes, right? So then you confused, and you don't even know why you confused. So that makes you even more angrier, and you don't want to look stupid because the world told you were stupid anyway. So I just created a stereotype in you, and now you know what? He went around here like he, you know. I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna bring him down a few notches. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So I created a thing called Climetric, which has balanced women out.
Okay.
Women are starting to get off Prozac and all these other mind-altering zombie, or turn them into zombies where they can be, you know, just sit homes or, you know, maintain. They're getting off that. I had an 18-year-old come in the other day, and she talked to me, and she bought that, and she said she couldn't believe how good she felt within hours. Yes, within hours. And she was a human being. Don't get me wrong. Human beings have DNA. They have a spirit. Right? They don't have everything we have. I'm not going to go into that in here. They have a spirit. But they also have a piece of our DEA, which is that spark of energy that gave that life. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So their conscious, how they raise their consciousness and raise their frequency is going to depend on what side they're going to be on.
Okay.
Mentally. You know what I mean? There's certain things I'm not going to go into because I can't change about them because they were created how they were created. And I'm not just talking about white people. The human beings on this planet are the so-called Caucasian, Mexican, Arabs, and Asians. The rest of the neuromelon beings on this planet are who they are. I don't give a damn what name you put behind yourself. Jewish, which you're not, that's fake. Those Jews are not Jews. All right? Those Indians, those aren't Indians. Those are Mexicans. Those Chinese people, okay. First Chinese were black. First Russians were black. This whole planet was darkness. No Venelaga. Know what that means? So how are you telling me to eat this pig? And I keep telling these human beings, because again, a lot of them I care about, right? So I'm telling them, stop eating pork, stop eating that meat. First of all, you eating pig, yeah, then you eating part of your genetics. So you eating one of your closest ancestors. So you're a carnivore. Stop playing into your animalistic nature. Because you have God in you. People don't want to hear that part of the game. But, you know, hey.
I'm just sitting here listening. It's fascinating. That's what I love. Like, it just fascinates me. And then, like you said, just get to digging into that history and search. I feel like I'm always searching.
Look, I was one of them people. One of them kids growing up knew something was wrong with everything. With everything. But you're not allowed to question certain people.
And if you did,
woo!
you
You better not question.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? If you don't question, what does it do? You get indoctrinated, and now you're trying to give it to your kids. I didn't teach my son nothing about. First of all, my son is way past his light years, and he's only 5. I got one of the smartest little guys on this planet. Seriously, like he beyond his age, right? So I didn't teach him none of this religion, tradition. I never told him there was no Santa Claus and none of these man-made things. You know what I mean? We have to stop using these spells against each other. I would never call you and tell you good morning. I would never do it. Or you got to stop refraining from you think you made a mistake or said something out of character or whatever it is, and you say I'm sorry. I don't know. Why are you sorry? You might apologize, but to tell you yourself you're sorry, what does that mean? What's a sorry individual mean? That you are below, that you are nothing. You consider the lowest thing. Why would you tell yourself that? Because that's what you're saying. You're not telling that person that they're sorry. You're telling them you're sorry. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Make it make sense.
Yeah.
Positivity brings elevation. We got to understand that. No, I'm never gonna tell you I'm sorry, but I apologize, man. I was wrong for that, what I said, or wrong for how I did that. You know what I mean? But I'm never gonna tell you I'm sorry because I'm not. I know who I am. I'm the same. I'm the same being that walked on this earth many decades and decades ago when the people said they walked with the gods on the planet. It ain't changed. But you changed my frequency. You made me lower my vibration where I'm living this human lifestyle.
Yeah.
And because we just walk around here like some animals in the wilderness, just walking in circles, now you can just tell us what we is, what we eat, how we supposed to live, and who to believe in, and work for us. And that's what we do.
And I think strongly, too, that that's why so much chaos is going on because if you not, like you said, you know, but you see some of the things, like the different, how like, I think, what was it, was last month we had, like, 2 new moons and how Earth is showing up in the universe, and I'm telling you, I believe that's why, because, like you said, we going up, the frequency is up, the frequency is changing. But I feel like if you own that low vibration,
you don't even see it.
Right, you can't see. It creates chaos, and it messes with you. So
No. Let's think back what you said. Chaos don't bring peace. It brings change. Chaos is a good thing. That's how the world was. That's how the universe is created in chaos.
Yeah.
It brings change, not peace. That's what we're wrong. That's what we're wrong about. No, he's so chaotic. He's compatible. He just brings chaos. No, he brings change.
Yeah. Going back, yeah.
Okay, you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
We got to get away from certain beliefs and certain words that we've been taught to believe in. Certain ways. You see what I'm saying? But yes, you are right. The universe has been changed. And I told people even before winter ain't going to be like that. You might sell them snowmobiles. Some of the trees that supposed to lost all the leaves didn't even fall off.
Oh, yeah. My grass was still green.
Okay. There you go. There you go. There you go.
A flower that I had, like, normally I had to cut it back and everything. I didn't even have to do that. But some of my herbs and stuff, they didn't. Well, what happened was I brought them. When I had them in the house, and when I took them back outside, they literally died.
Okay.
They was thriving, and then when they went back out, they died.
That soil ain't no good.
Yeah. I know, because I have planted for this year. I put my lavender in a pot, but the last couple years. They've been so I know.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna help you. Get the stuff you need.
Okay.
I have the stuff already. I'm just gonna talk to you about what you need to get.
Okay.
You get this stuff and you follow the directions. Again, you can follow them or you don't have to follow them because it's up to you. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right. But if you do, your brain will start draining. People walk up to me and they start talking to me and I say, hey, I bet you got sleep apnea. Yeah, how do you know that? Because the size of your neck.
Yeah.
Huh?
See, I can do, yes. Like, so I got, yeah.
Okay.
Like, some stuff I can just be talking to people and I just tap into it and I be telling them stuff. But I think for me, and honestly, I have, I know the information. So I don't come out and tell people all the information because I feel like if I do, sometimes people I get a blockage.
No, I get that. Listen,
Okay.
I understand that. But you know what I had to overcome? That fear. Remember I told you the bottom line was fear.
Okay.
Right? You can't fear what other people gonna think about you because of their uneducation. You know what I mean? It's not your job to care if they believe you or not. It's not your job. You're here for one reason only on this planet, and that is to raise the frequency. Therefore, it raises the frequency of the planet, so the planet can produce what it needs to produce for you.
Okay.
That is why you are here, and to protect these kids, because every generation gonna have even higher frequencies, even more magical, even more magical things gonna happen. Yes. So, don't let that be your concern of what someone feels or thinks after your conversation, because you know what, they will flee. But sooner or later, that light bulb gonna turn on, and then they're gonna be trying to get a hold of you. It's just that it's just not their time. But your mission or your job is to only speak in truth, and that's it.
Okay.
And when you're talking to an individual and you're trying to tell them about stuff that we're talking about, dealing with the beings who we're talking about, make sure you're speaking your truth, because you're speaking it out into the universe, and it will come back to you.
Okay.
See, right now what we're doing, we're raising the frequency of others. Therefore, we're raising the frequency of the planet.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Nobody even has to be in your room with you, because we are speaking it.
Okay.
You got to understand frequency. It travels throughout the universe and multiverse. That's how powerful it is. It's not a game.
I know that.
You know, it's not a game at all. So these people, our people, even everyone, right? They sit and they complain, or they don't see no way out because they're not thinking, and they're not speaking. They thinking, they looking at what they don't have, which is what they don't have is it doesn't even exist. All this stuff is only reason why you could sit in that car or do anything is because it's the vibration it is at. Those things don't even exist. Not in the realm that you come from. Which is a serious star system.
Yeah. When you get to talk like that, like you have to be talking to people with open minds and like-minded people, because that's why I say it's good to connect with people, because everybody don't understand, and you just can't. You can't talk it to anybody. Like you have to have.
I tell everybody that I encounter or encounters me, when they ask me questions about what they should do, and what they put in their body, they have this issue, they have that issue, and I always tell them it's not my concern whether you believe me or not. I don't care. I really don't care. I don't care how that sounds to you, because I'm not here to deal with a human emotion. That's the problem. We have to defranchise ourselves from human emotions, especially that love word, because love that they gave you is not love. That the love they gave you to believe in is not love at all. It's a disease. It's a low frequency. I'm gonna show you how. We'll meet somebody today, and I fell in love overnight. Right? How is that possible? Right? When first of all, you should have been already loving that person before you even met him. All right? So that love word that they trained you to believe in, they indoctrinated you into believing that love thing was a real thing. That love thing is poison. How they have it, that the knowledge of love that you have, or not you, but I'm saying people have, is a poison. I'm gonna tell you why. Because it turns out to be possession, entitlement, ownership. You don't own nobody. You're not entitled for anybody to do anything for you. You see what I'm saying? That ain't love. How many relationships have we all messed up or been messed around in a relationship because the person was too over controlling or wanted to possess, like we kept us like as a possession, or they felt entitled for you to do what for them, and you didn't have to do too much for them, and they already came into the relationship with a plan anyway. You see what I'm saying? instead of saying, what can we do for the world together? What can we do for others together? Because we already have each other back. Let's do some other things and help others have their backs. We don't do that.
No, that's
We don't do that because you were taught to be selfish. We were taught to be selfish. We were taught to not care about each other and to stay away from each other. They told the human beings to stay away from the gods, right?
mm-hmm.
And what did that cause? Confusion.
Mm-hmm.
Cause hatred. Majority of human beings don't even know why they don't even like. Majority of the human beings don't even know why they like that they dislike people that look like us. If it boils down to it, they have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
But they never slow down either to thought about why does every country hate those people? Because what have them people done to you? Nothing. And we didn't come over here on no damn boat. Those people that say Africans, those are replicas of us. They're not us. Christopher Columbus didn't discover anything. That's the case. I'm going to go out here now and just do what he did. When I see a car running, no keys in it, and I'm standing there for 10 minutes and nobody comes, well, I discovered it. Right?
Right.
Or a motorcycle. Hey, it's parked right there. It's keys in it. Oh, well, shoot, I can start it. Ain't nobody around. I discovered it. Or a house, or a building, or whatever it is. That's how they built the land, right? That's how they came up on it. No, it don't work like that. First of all, you don't belong on this planet, and this is why things are going on. When I sing you what I'm singing, you're gonna be shocked.
I'm excited. I'm thinking.
Right. So what we're gonna do is we are going to we're gonna get off live and then we're gonna talk and get you a plan started. What fruits? There's 3 different fruit groups that you need to start with. First group is the detoxification group. You do not venture off into other fruits out of no other group. You stay within that group because we got to break the body down first. You can't rebuild and break down at the same time. Right? A lot of us out here, brothers and sisters, are teaching this. We are very in tune. Each one teach one, each one reach one. You see what I'm saying? We are very in tune to what we're doing, because it's not hard. See, people made it hard because so your vibration, your frequency is low, and you feel so drained and tired, huh? You're weak, huh? You worked to earn all week. Let's break that down. You worked for someone else, and you got weak because you did it for all those days. Which complete weakness is damn near death. What's an urn? An urn basically carries around a dead body, right? A dead thing, right? And look at Job. Job in the Bible. Job and Job is spelled the same. What happened to Job? Duh. But anyway, we're gonna break down the body, then rebuild the body, then re-energize the body. But you have to take care of your lymphatic system. That's the key. If your livers and kidneys and your glands are not working correctly, you will not work correctly. You won't think correctly. You won't gain the consciousness. None of that. You can't elevate completely when your mechanics are not working right. This is why they put the poisons in the water and in the food. We got to keep control. We have to keep them dumbed down, because if they wake up, them genes wake up in them, they know stuff that we don't know. Huh?
Naturally.
Okay then. You make it make sense. Right? If you take you got a computer and you take a couple of the chips out that you know that the chips are from the future, let's say 10 million years ahead, right? And you give it to society, you say, oh man, hold on, we got to take these chips out, right? Tell me what happens. That computer cannot be used to its full potential, right?
Right.
And the people that took the chips out know what's on them chips. And they know if you get a hold of them chips, you're going to know stuff that they don't know.
Well, right.
Okay.
And they take that out, that's where the reprogramming comes in.
Oh. There you go. It ain't hard. But we're going to get some bitters in you.
Okay.
That's what the main thing. You need some bitters. Break down some things. Clean them walls out. Clean them arteries out. Get that digestive tract intact. Get some of them parasites up out of your body, which is going to change everything. Your skin, your hair, your vision, everything. Everything. How old do you think I am?
You know, I don't think you probably in your, I think you probably like early 40s.
I'm 50 years old, sweetie.
I'll say, well, I don't think this is old, so I don't know.
No, I'm not saying I'm old. To some people I might be, but people be like, you ain't no 50 years old. I'm 50 years old.
Right. That's why I said maybe early 40s or...
Yeah, well, I got a lady the other day, she said, I thought you were like 36. No, I'm 50. And that's that sea moss and that bladder whack I take every day, you know?
Oh, yeah, see, and that's what I take. That's what I take every day, too. And I'm telling you. Now, with your CMOS, that's what I'm saying. How are you taking it? Are you using like
I have it in a couple of different ways.
Okay.
I have it in a bitters form. I have it in a raw form where I change it to gel, and I have it in capsules where I put a capsule together for heavy detox. So it's got the sea moss, burdock, bladderwrack in it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
See, that's what I got. I got the.
But I make I don't outsource it. I make my own capsules.
Okay.
I don't outsource anything because you got to be careful. These companies that do it, they always got a filler in there, and it usually pertains to milk powder or some type of filler. I don't do none of that.
Okay.
The only things in these capsules is sea moss, burdock, and bladderwrack.
Now, with your because do you have that? You said you have that on your website too?
Mm-hmm.
Or,
Yep.
Okay. The one that I ordered, it's from like you said, it's from a natural source company. But like you said, it's already.
Let me tell you something. If they are registered with the F, the D, and the other one, right? Okay. That company allows people to put a certain amount of poisons in their products and still call them organic or natural.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? You got to be careful with that. Read the ingredients.
Yeah.
Read the ingredients. You got to do that.
Yeah. Now that's what I said. This company I've used so far, like it's. So I went on there, like you said, researched it. But I found it. That's the thing. I was trying to get organic sea moss, and I have in fact like some of the local people.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went all the way. Look, I went straight to Jamaica. I went straight to Jamaica.
You wasn't.
That's what I went straight to Jamaica to get mine, right out of the ocean. I don't deal with none of that.
Okay.
Jamaica, the Caribbeans, or Africa.
Is where you get yours from?
Yeah, I don't deal with no states. I don't deal with nobody.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because like and then now that is and not enough. You know, now it's hot. You have to be careful with it. You know, it's so hot, and I just can't do that.
Well, here's the thing: we gotta understand real from fake.
Right.
Because you know what? If it's grown organically, that means it's loose to the sun. Okay. So if I take something and I add stuff to it, chemicals, and I change the molecules in it, now it's not real. So now what? The UV index or the RA index of the sun, those flares, is a mutating wavelength, a germ detoxifier. So what is it going to do? It's going to destroy that because it's not real. This is why a lot of those other species and plus animals are gonna die. And I hate to say that, but that is reality because they can't survive in this plasmic atmosphere. We're going back to plasma energy. The magnetic field is weakening. This is why your cell phones are acting crazy. These stores, credit card machines, and all the internet. That's why it's acting crazy. That's why things are falling out of the sky. This is why the planes, people that fly in planes, don't want to fly them or get on them because why? Because everything is ran off a magnetic field, and that magnetic field is so thin right now. Because once it bursts through completely, it's over. It's over. For anything that is not sunblood. I hate to put that, and I don't want to sound, I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feeling or cause anybody to be, feel a certain way. But fact check me, please. If you're hearing it, you're supposed to hear it.
Okay.
So if you're hearing what I'm saying right now, that means you're supposed to hear it. That means you're supposed to stop what you're doing and look into something that deals with you, life and death. Look how many kids are in this hospital. People running around COVID. No, you had corona. And what is corona? The outer layer of that sun, them sun flares. And look up the symptoms of corona. It's the same as radiation. Huh? Less than COVID, they gave you that. Whatever. I got a call. I'm gonna get off this live. Peace and blessings to all y'all. I got a call to answer this.